working on the railroad. Damn it! Oh, hey, I didn't even see you there. Aaron told me you're going to be stopping by today. I'm Safety Man Stan. I'll be telling you a little bit today about PPE Importance, alright? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to go through our PPE a little bit, alright? Sorry, might be talking a little loud. When I was growing up, they didn't have earplugs. And when they didn't have earplugs, let me tell you what, your ears got wrecked. If you're working at 85 decibels or higher for more than 8 hours, you should wear your earmuffs. You got earmuffs and you got earplugs, okay? Remember that, because you don't want to be deaf like me. I can't hear shit. Alright, let's start out from the head. From the head, you got stuff like your safety goggles here, alright? On the side of them, they should say Z87 approved. That's an ANSI standard, alright? These bad boys right here will fit right over your head. Tighten them if you need to. And they're goggles. Keep dust out of there. You don't want dust in your eyes, right? You won't be able to see. If you can't see that pretty lady coming down the road, alright? Remember that. Now, Z87, you ask, what is that? That is an impact, alright? For Z87, it makes sure that nothing will get through your safety glasses, alright? You don't want them things shattered in your eyes. And let's just say you're in your bucket. You're going up in your bucket carrying the old neutral. You're going to hang that neutral up, alright? You see that pretty little lady down here in the road, and you're not looking up like you're supposed to. And you're looking down at that pretty lady. Maybe you're whistling at her, you don't know. And, you hit the phase up there because you weren't looking up. That right there is a Class C hard hat right there. You know what Class C stands for? That's electrical hazard. It's dielectric. That baby right there could save your life one day. It's not going to let any electrons go traveling through unless you're all contaminated. See how dirty this thing is? You might want to check that every 5 years at least. Change this thing out, alright? Another thing about your hard hat you got here. You got a little suspension in here. It's like in your car, your little Cadillac driving down the road, alright? You're going to bounce up and down. Same type of deal right here. You get that thing up on your noggin. Let's say you're at the bar the weekend before. You seen your buddy's old lady. And you started hollering at her while you two started smooching around. Well, on Monday he comes to work, knocks you over the head. That's a high impact hard hat right there, man. That'll save your life. That's a concussion right there. If not, you're dead. Otherwise, you know, you hit that phase, that'll protect you too. Coming on down the body here, you got, I already told you about your earplugs. You know, if you're around loud noise, you want to use them. These, my friends, are what I like to call sleeves. Now, me being 3 foot tall, it's kind of hard for me to reach out of the bucket, you know. And I'm really getting my body out there. That's a lot of exposure on the old arms. These are rubber goods, but they're also considered PPE just because they're protecting you. You throw these things over there, and you got a 20 kVA reading on these, alright? These will protect you from accidental contact. Let's say you and your buddy are up there, you finished early, alright? You got early done on Friday, you're pumped. You go and you chest bump each other up in the bucket. What's up, bro? You slap into a face, protection right there for you. These are your next line of defense, one of your most important. As you can see here, they come with the leather casing. This is a protective casing so you don't poke your rubber gloves, alright? Here you want to make sure that your rubber gloves and your casing don't have any holes in them, alright? So just look over your glove, make sure your stitching's good, alright? You want to check that. Here when your rubber gloves, any little pinhole in there can shock you. It's going to get you a little bite. If not, it'll kill you, alright? Remember, a hole in a rubber brought you into this world, a hole in a rubber will take you out. That's a good line right there. What you want to do is you can put these on a little pump and you can pump them out with air and you can check them. Or you can do the old school way like I used to do. Well, excuse me. Back in my day, you'd fill them up. Now use your ears, use your nose, feel around, see if there's any air coming out. When you got them babies pumped up, you might want to spread the fingers. Little pinhole in there, that'll kill you. So you want to check for some red. There's going to be red in there, that means no go. If there's anything defective with these bad boys or any of your equipment, you go see your boss, your supervisor, and have them change them out. They'll do that for you. After you check your gloves, you can go ahead and stick them bad boys on. Make sure you check both of them. Now, other than your rubber gloves, let's say you're just doing your daily work. You might want to wear your leathers, alright? These things are for any other work that you could possibly wear these for. They're going to protect your hands from splinters. You don't want to be rubbing up on some wood, rubbing up on the wood and get the old splinter in the hand, okay? So what you want to do is have a nice pair of leathers, help you work, protect them hands. Don't want holes in them. Yeah? See? Defective piece of equipment right there. We can toss them out right now. Now you ask me, okay, let's say I'm carrying a big load, or Jim Bob's coming down on the old forklift, he's coming down, dum-pa-dum-pa-dum-pa-dum-pa-dum. He comes to say hi to me, right? Well, he pulls a little too close, because I'm kind of a good-looking man. I don't know if you could see that, but people want to be close to me. He runs over my toes. Now, usually, that's a toe that's broken, but not here. What you want to use here is a nice steel or composite toe shoe right there, alright? That's going to protect your little feetsies, your little piggies. You remember your daddy and your mommy playing with your little piggies, don't you? Well, you don't want to lose them pigs. The only pigs you want to eat is the ones on the farm. You don't want to be eating these ones. So make sure you have a good steel toe on there. Nice defined heel. Good grip on your shoes. You don't want to be slipping and falling on your bum. That will hurt. Alright? Now these are very important things because with our line of work, you're working with a lot of heavy equipment. I don't know if you see my arms earlier when I was working, but kind of ripped. That's from a lot of heavy lifting. You don't want to do a lot of heavy dropping on your feet, okay? Alright, next piece of equipment. Next things are what we like to call rubber goods. They are things to help accidental contacts. Here, you can go to sleep with this bad boy if you want. On some cold storm nights, that's what I like to call a blanket. Here, you can wrap this around jumpers and stuff. You want to make sure that it's nice and clean. You want to use only clear water on this. You don't want to be using soaps or any kind of acids on it, and make sure it doesn't eat through. You also want to make sure that there's nothing embedded. You want to look over the whole thing. Okay? Now your next question, I got to store this thing away. What am I going to do? Just fold it up like a freaking blanket at home and toss it on the bed of the truck? No siree. You should have a special container for these. Keep these out of the sun. You don't want sunburn. These are like Irish blankets, okay? Let me tell you a little bit about Irish people. They burn pretty easy, I know that. So what you want to do is keep these out of the sun rays because it's going to wreck them. And make sure you roll them. You want to roll them up and put them away. You don't want to fold them or put them any stress on them. Your next kind of rubber good could also be plastic. Dielectric plastic is your old line hose here. Your line hose goes over the lines for accidental contact as well. Here is a plastic one. You also want to make sure you go over this here and make sure that there's no scratches or abrasions on the old hose or contaminations that will let electricity track through this thing. Remember, the first 6 inches are not considered dielectric. You want to stay away from them if possible. And also, these do come in rubber. Now, if you have rubbers, you got some Johnson & Johnson baby powder here, and just make sure that you put some of this on there so it'll be nice and slick for you. Alright, next we got this bad boy right here. This, my friends, do you know what this is called? No, it's not called a jumper, alright? So let's not make it a jumper. This is a shotgun, otherwise known as an insulated stick. These things, you go and you grab the transformer and you pull stuff out of there, alright? Well, let me tell you what. You want to double check this, make sure that there's no contaminations. You can see a little dirt on this one. You want to make sure that all that dirt's out there. You want to really rub your stick, alright? Rub your stick from the top all the way down to the bottom. Make sure that there's nothing embedded in there, alright? Because let me tell you what. I seen Johnny Boy one day, he went into that transformer and he grabbed that fuse. And when he went to go grab that fuse, he had a contaminated stick, alright? It went down the stick and he grounded it and he got shocked a little bit, alright? Let's just say he's done with this thing. rest of it. There, my friends, that's most of your PPE. What I want you to remember today is this is your last line of defense. This is your free safety on the safety field of Linework. Alright? This guy is what keeps you around to see the next day and see your family when you get home. So make sure you check all your PPE and make sure you wear it, because it might just save your life one day, alright? Now, I'm going to send it back to Aaron in the classroom. He's going to go over a little bit of the importance of all this PPE, and I will talk to y'all later, alright? Peace out.